Hello and welcome to Gulgoja University e-learning platform. I am Mehak Pandit, Assistant Professor with Department of Mass Communication, and I'm also the course coordinator for the subject Event Management. In the previous video lectures, we have discussed about various topics from understanding the concept of event management to process of event management, and in the previous video lectures, we understood the concept of event marketing mix. Now in today's video lecture, which is a very important video lecture, which will help you understand the career opportunities as well as the role of personals involved. So today's topic is roles and responsibilities of the personals involved in the event management. So let us begin. So as the name suggests, event management team is a group of different departments that work under one team to make an event successful. As the type and categorization of the event varies from each other depending upon its scale and impact, the size of event and the type of event, the roles and responsibilities of different departments vary from an event to event. So to begin with, the work involved in a complete planning, organizing and conducting a major event can be sufficiently great, to an extent that it requires the recruitment of a large team of people, members of different teams that can be involved full-time, part-time, contractual, casual and voluntary basis on the basis of the kind of event it is. So basically the head of the event management team is all called the event director. Under him different department functions in the event management, and the main responsibility of the event director is to keep everyone working together for a considerable period of time, depending upon how long the event planning is required and how elaborate the event can be. So the different departments that work function under the event director are the program coordination department, venue coordination department, official coordination, promotions coordination, hospitality coordination, merchandise coordination, and equipment coordination. Now let us try to understand each and every department in detail. So now that you might have seen that after every department, I mentioned that every particular department has a department coordinator who is in the direct communication with the event director. So before we get into each department, we firstly need to understand that why do we need a coordinator. So let us understand that the organization chart that I'll be sharing with you in a while, it would actually indicate that the magnitude and diversity of the team needed to run a major sports event, if it's a large scale event such as a national or state championship, or it's a smaller event, of course it will require much smaller team, and individuals in the team can take up more than one role in a particular event because the scale is small, right? So like I've already told you that different departments are like program, venue, equipment, promotions, officials, hospitality and merchandising department, right? Furthermore, small modifications could be done and the same organization structure could be applicable to running a different type of event, such as conference, so varies upon the type of event, and it's not that every event will be different from each other, but yeah, there could be very small modifications to be done depending upon the scale and type of event, like that, right? So getting into all that, I have continuously communicated to you that we require coordinators and we require more coordination in the event management. So let us firstly discover that why do a creative director need to directly communicate with the coordinator, right? So basically an important aspect of the model or the organization chart that you are soon gonna see is that each department has a specific coordinator. As exceptionally, it is very important for people in the event management team that they should be identified and recruited as early as possible, as soon as you plan the event. So before that, everything should be done. Now, coordinators should be part of the organizing committee, and they should collectively share in decision making process with the event director. Now that is very important, because whosoever is assigned with a particular department is done on the basis that he is expert in a particular field. So everything that a event director plan not can always be completely fine. Of course, every department's requirement could change, or could be maybe different depending upon the type of event. So when all of the coordinators are expected to represent the needs and desires of their team, what they require to make that particular event successful. So they should be involved in the communication, direct communication and decision making process with the director. Of course, because it is not possible that basically event director can involve the complete team. That is why we require the representative. So here, first thing that you need to notice that the event coordinator or the department coordinator is the representative of the that department. So he is responsible for that particular section of the event. Now, the selection of coordinator is usually on the basis of knowledge, expertise, like I've told you, and sometimes because only one person volunteers for the particular task. So whether coordinators have expertise or not, event directors need to appreciate that sport and recreation depends considerably, on the input of the volunteer person. So therefore, system should be put in a place to recognize the contribution of volunteers and to provide non-monetary rewards to them in order to keep them motivated. So this is what makes the role of coordinator in the event management quite important. Now let us understand the people working under a particular coordinator in detail. So now talking about the program coordinator, the first department that is responsible for the overall program coordination. So now what roles do they have? First is keeping track of all the entries. Whosoever is entering the event, all of those things are to be taken care by them. Then all of the ceremonies that are going to happen during the event, all of those coordination are meant to be done by them. They need to know what the ceremonies, details, requirements, everything, because they are the program coordinator. Then they are also responsible for all of the publishing of all of the promotional thing that is done, and because they have the track of the entry, so that they are responsible also for sharing all of the publishing done, right? Then another thing they are responsible for is the tabulation of the results. Now of course, if it's a sports event or any kind of competition event, then all of the tabulation of results is done by them, because they are a specific program coordinator. So they know what the ceremonies and they know what the process of the complete program that gonna happen during the event. Then also they are responsible for generating computer scores that could be displayed on the screen in case the live scores are being displayed, for like if it's a cricket match, hockey match, all of those way, program coordinator is responsible for that. So this is your first department, that is your program coordination. Now moving to your second department, that is venue coordinator. So basically venue coordination team is responsible for doing all of the bookings of the venue. Of course, like I've told you in the marketing mix video that there are 4 P's of marketing mix, wherein place is one of them. So I have already discussed the criteria that the event management team overtakes for finalizing a venue, because of course they need to consider that how comfortable people would be to attend that venue, the traffic jam, the ambience, the type of event, all of those criteria are considered while you book the venue. So venue coordination team is responsible for to tie up with the venue in case if it's a sponsorship related thing, that venue is provided free of cost, then also all of the arrangements are meant to be done. All of those coordination is done by the venue coordination team. Then they of course also responsible for being the setup team, because they set up the complete venue according to the need of the client, or according to the idea that was developed by the creative team. Then another thing the venue coordination team is responsible for is the risk management. Now this is very very essential, and this is something which should not be ignored. Let's assume that you have a beautiful venue, lavish arrangements done, security is absolutely fine, food is delicious, but you forgot to check maybe the quality of water, maybe the cylinders that were installed for the catering by the catering team, or you were somewhat about to expire and they blasted. All of those things need to be checked and rechecked again. Also, instances like fire, it is something which could happen anytime, anywhere. So all of those things, the plan B, the exit zones during the emergencies, all of those management is meant to be done by the venue coordinator. And in fact, they are expected to, completely display a chart in the starting near the gateway, so that people could understand that in case of any emergency, from where do they have to exit. And they need to brief their team also, so that in case of emergencies, in fact, the team which who might be new to the venue are no more new, and it eventually can help during those emergency times. So the complete risk management is lies on the shoulders of the venue coordination team. Now the next important thing is signage. Now of course it's very weird that people visiting during the event are asking here and there for the restrooms, or for the food, or for the changing rooms, and all of those things, depending on the type of event. So if it's like some commercial event wherein we have some dance competitions wherein people are participating in different forms of dance, so they require a changing room also. So it's very obvious, very important in those kind of events specifically, that proper signage should be done for the safety of people, so that they don't end up going to the wrong places, and they eventually the process becomes very quick. So proper signage for the restroom, for the water, for the food, for changing purpose, all of those signage should be properly displayed. And of course there should be a complete team that should be spread over, that of course is the part of the security management, but that also comes in the venue coordination. So that should be done, so that people are never confused while they are on your venue. Then the next important thing for the venue coordination team is to control the environment. Now this is very very important. Of course the full-fledged security team functions under the venue coordination team, but then of course they could check the people who are entering the venue, but then what is happening inside the venue should have also be taken care of. So anything could happen inside the venue also. So the complete environment control during any kind of dance, singing competitions, or whatsoever it is. Suppose if it's a very popular singer or celebrity coming in for your event, then all of the security arrangement inside the venue should also be done. So environment control is another important thing that need to be taken care by the venue coordination team. So this was your second team after your program coordination team. Now the third team is the equipment coordinator team. Now this is also very important, for like I've already told you that the process of event management is divided into three stages: pre-event, during the event, post-event. Now pre-event, the event management team of course finalizes the needs and requirements of a particular event. So the equipment coordination team is of course completely optional depending upon the event, because it varies on the basis of the kind of event. So for like if it's something wherein you require the sound equipment, or maybe audio visual equipments and props or other kind of things, so all of those arrangements are meant to be done by the equipment coordinator. So now equipment coordinator is not only responsible for bringing in all of the equipments, but also making sure that all of the equipments are well maintained and everything is functioning. It should not happen that your mic's battery is off, or maybe your console is not working, or maybe your screens are not displaying properly. There is some kind of other issues in all of those equipments. Lighting is not functioning properly. All of these should not happen, because these are something very much related to what is happening on stage, and could directly hamper the quality of your event, and of course then the feedback of people and client also. So the complete transport, listing for the requirement according to the event, and then their maintenance is the complete department of the event coordination team. Now, the fourth team that functions under the event director is your promotion coordination. Now, of course, the role of promotion coordination, as the name indicates, of course, is very important pre-event, because this is something that should start at least 15 days to 1 month early, depending upon the level of event, and the level of promotion decides the footfall in a particular event. But then there are other things also that are program coordination assistance may aid, of course, in the promotion coordination, but yes, they are responsible for few things during the event also. Now, of course, the first thing for the promotion coordination is the media licensing, that of course is done in advance, then publicity done in advance, then advertising done in advance, during the event also, and post event also it is done. Then promotion of the event, of course, is done in advance, also done during the event and post event also, so that people remember, that a successful event was organized by this brand by so and so event management team. And then giving media kits to all the media prior event and during the event is another responsibility of the promotion coordination, because if it's not, media is not aided properly with the press release, then of course they have the obvious reason of not publishing your news story in the newspaper if they were not invited or they were not briefed. So all of this coordination is done by your promotion coordination team, right? So this is another thing. Now, the next team after the promotion coordination is your official coordination team. Or now official coordination team lists of a list of your officials, of course, vary depending on the type of team. So suppose if it's a sports event, then umpires, referees, marshals, all of those personals are considered under this criteria. And suppose if it's a singing competition, then judges, and if it's some brand, then maybe a chief guest, and all of those personals are listed under the official coordination. So all of those official coordination and guest coordination are done by this particular department. Then comes your hospitality coordination. Now, hospitality involves two things, of course. They also cater to the sponsorship licensing also, then catering also, and then the reception of dignitaries also. Like maybe um, sending cars to airports, and then railway stations for taking the guest, receiving the guest, and then departure of the guest, and then at the entrance, welcome at the entrance, and catering. All of these things are part of the hospitality coordination. Then comes the last department of the event management team, that is merchandising coordinator. So basically, it involves your sales team, your giveaways, your outfitting of volunteers, all of those things. Of course, is part of the merchandising coordinator. So this is how we plan the complete event management under the event director, with the help of different coordinators who have different roles and responsibility to play. So I think now you must have got the idea about how event management team functions. So like my every other video, I've also mentioned here few content that you could read for your future readings, and of course it also includes the references that I've used for this video, which will be useful for you to access as well. Now I hope this video lecture was also useful to you, and now you are getting clarity on the complete core structure of the event management, that how eventually it is done. So because you have understood the process, and now we are on to the role of personals. In the next video lecture, we'll try to cater to the subject called career opportunities in the event management, and I think it will be the most favorite topic for all the learners to understand, because when you know the kind of opportunities you will have post studying a course, then of course you eventually get aided to a lot of extent. Still, if you have any query to any of my video lecture, you can contact me on my mentioned email ID and mobile number. Till then, take care, stay tuned.